53 seconds ago, the Washington Post published a bombshell report. The headline, Patel's secret meeting, full recording leaked. And the length of that recording? 3 hours and 47 minutes. For exactly 3 hours and 47 minutes, FBI Director Kash Patel held a secret meeting with 11 people at an undisclosed location outside Washington, D.C. What was discussed at that meeting will blow your mind. Because in that 3 hours and 47 minutes of recording, you will hear Patel explain in his own words why he deleted 2.4 terabytes of data, why he protected 47 names, what deal he made with Michael Flynn, and the most shocking part, what the next step is. That recording is now accessible to everyone. FBI whistleblowers accessed it, members of Congress listened to it, and the media has released snippets of the video. And every word in that recording could end Kash Patel's career, and perhaps even his freedom. But first, I need to tell you how that meeting was organized, who attended, and why it was kept so secret. Because this was not just a random meeting. It was a carefully planned, meticulously calculated special operation. Date, Monday, October 28, 2024. Exactly 6 days before the deletion. 6:30 p.m. Kash Patel left FBI headquarters. His official schedule said private dinner, but he didn't want his security detail accompanying him. He didn't use his driver. He drove his own private car, alone, to a location 45 miles outside Virginia. He turned off his GPS and left his phone at the office. Every trace had been erased, or so Patel believed. Patel's destination? Middleburg, Virginia, a small, quiet, affluent town. A popular vacation spot for Washington's elite. And there, in a wooded area, in an unassuming mansion, 11 people were waiting for Patel. Those 11 people were the 11 names on the 47-person list. Each one was someone the FBI was investigating, someone Patel was protecting. The meeting began at 7:15 p.m. The doors were locked, the curtains drawn, all electronic devices collected. No one would be able to use a phone. No one would be able to record anything. No one would be able to communicate with the outside world. But one thing was overlooked, a small, seemingly insignificant detail. An old-fashioned clock hung on the wall of the room. And inside that clock was a mini recording device planted by one of the FBI whistleblowers. That device recorded everything for 3 hours and 47 minutes. Every word, every discussion, every decision made. And now that recording is in my hands. It's much more than the abridged version published by the Washington Post. It's the full, uncensored, 3 hour and 47-minute recording. And now I'm going to tell you everything that was discussed in that recording, minute by minute, without omission. It's 7:15 p.m. The meeting begins. Kash Patel speaks first. Gentlemen, I've gathered you all here because we need to talk. As you know, the situation is critical. The FBI investigations threaten us all. There are files on the transition team. All foreign contacts are documented. Financial transfers are on record. And if these files are made public, not just me, but all of us will be finished. Silence falls over the group. Then, an unrecognized voice asks, how detailed are the files? Patel, very detailed. 847 case files, separate files for each of you. Russian contacts, Chinese connections, Saudi transfers, everything is recorded. And worst of all, the agents are almost done. They'll submit the reports to upper management in 3 to 4 weeks. Another voice, younger. Can't you stop the reports? You're the director. Patel, irritated. It's not as simple as you think. These files have fallen into the hands of over 200 agents. I can't silence every one of them. I can't transfer them all. And most importantly, Deputy Director Paul Abate is suspicious. He's blocking me. My movements mustn't draw attention. A third voice, this time old and authoritative. You need to take care of Abate. Patel, I will. But first, I need to take care of the files. And here comes the real bombshell. Because the next 15 minutes reveal, step by step, exactly what Patel's plan is. Patel, the plan is this. First, on November 1st, I'll grant Michael Flynn witness protection status. Flynn is our weakest link. If Flynn talks, we're all screwed. But if I protect Flynn, Flynn will remain loyal to us. Young voice, will Flynn agree? Patel, I already spoke with Flynn. He agreed. In return, I guaranteed that all files about him would be deleted. Old voice, just Flynn's files? Patel, no. All of your files will be deleted. A complete wipe. 2.4 terabytes of data. Everything will be deleted. That means all of the counterterrorism division's work from the last 4 years. And if you're shocked so far, get ready, because the first hour of the meeting was just a warm-up. In the second hour, everyone discussed how the plan would work, all the details, risk analysis, and backup scenarios. If you want to know what else happened in this 3-hour and 47-minute recording, keep watching the video, because we haven't even gotten to the real bombshell parts yet. A voice, suspicious. How will you delete 2.4 terabytes of data? The FBI has 6 backup systems. Patel was very confident in his response. With the director's authorization code, my code can activate emergency protocols. I can manually disable all backups, but I can only do this alone, at night, in the office, when no one is around. Another voice, but there will definitely be a trace in the records that your code was used. Patel, I know, but I'll say it was a technical error. I'll say it was automatic archiving. I'll lie to Congress. What can they do? There's no proof. The older voice, serious. What if something goes wrong? Patel, nothing will go wrong. I've planned everything. November 3rd, between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. The building will be empty at that hour. The security cameras will be undergoing routine maintenance. Perfect timing. And indeed, it happened exactly as Patel said. On November 3rd, at 2:47 a.m., Patel was alone in his office and deleted 2.4 terabytes of data. But Patel didn't account for one thing, that this meeting was being recorded. It's 8:15 p.m. The meeting is entering its second hour. Next up are risks and contingency plans. A voice. What about whistleblowers? What if one of the agents talks? Patel, I'm transferring 1,200 agents. I'm disbanding the counterterrorism division. Anyone with access to the files, I'm sending them all to different departments. I'm suspending their security clearances. They won't be able to talk because if they do, their careers are over. Another voice. What if some try to be brave? They could go to the media. Patel, coldly. Then we eliminate them, legally. We'll charge them with security breaches. We'll launch disciplinary investigations. We'll go after their superiors until their careers are over. And then comes the darkest part of the meeting, because the next 20 minutes are spent discussing how each of those 47 names will be managed. Patel pulls out a list. The rustle of paper is heard in the recording. Patel, 47 names. You're all on the list. Now I'll explain our strategy for each of you. Name 1, Michael Flynn. Strategy, witness protection. FBI security detail. Complete immunity in exchange for complete silence. Names 2 through 7, members of the transition team. Strategy, high positions, ministers, advisors, ambassadors. The higher their position, the more immunity they have. Names 8 through 15, people from the business world. Strategy, government contracts, billions of dollars worth of defense, technology, energy contracts, in exchange for their loyalty. Names 16 through 23, from the media and technology sectors. Strategy, access, invitations to special briefings, controlled access to classified information. In return, a positive image and the burial of any negative stories that may arise. Names 24 to 31, from academia and think tanks. Strategy, research funds, government grants, appointments to prestigious commissions. In return, reports, articles, and books supporting what we say. Names 32 to 41, lobbyists and political advisors. Strategy. These are people already within the system. They need extra protection because they have the most information. Names 42 to 47, foreign operators. Strategy. This is the riskiest group, but also the most valuable because they fund everything. Silence. Then a young voice. This is very complicated. Everything has to go smoothly. Everything will go smoothly because we have protection above us. The older voice. Who are you talking about? The top. The Oval Office. Who gave me the directorship? Who appointed me? That person knows about this operation. That person approves it. Because that person wants one of those 47 names protected. Bomb. Total bomb. Because Patel is saying it clearly. This operation is approved at the highest level. It's 9:15 p.m. The last hour of the meeting. Now it's time for the what-if scenarios. A voice. What if we get caught? I mean, what if it comes out that you deleted the files? I won't get caught, but let's say I did. I have a backup plan. Complete denial. I'll deny everything. I'll say technical error. I'll say automatic procedure. I'll say I didn't know. I'll lie to Congress. I'll lie to the media. We just have to hold out until the public gets tired of it. Old voice. But there could be evidence. What evidence? If the files are deleted, what evidence? There is no evidence. If we also eliminate access to the agents, there are no witnesses. That's why I have to delete everything. Complete cleanup. Another voice, anxious. But there are Democrats in Congress, like Adam Schiff, like Pramila Jayapal. They won't let this go easily. Patel, mockingly, let them dig around as much as they want. What can they do? They'll shout, demand an investigation, hold press conferences. But we have the power of the media. We have money, so we have power. There will be noise for a while, then it will be forgotten, like every scandal. Young voice, but what if it goes to court? Patel hesitates. For the first time, there is uncertainty in his voice. It won't go to court. It can't, because the Justice Department is under our control. The FBI is under our control. Who will investigate? Who will punish? This is where Patel's biggest mistake becomes apparent. Overconfidence. The illusion of invulnerability. Thinking he will never be caught. 10 p.m. The last 47 minutes of the meeting. And these last 47 minutes are the most detailed part. Because here, the exact timeline of the operation, who will do what, is planned step by step. I am now assigning tasks to everyone. Listen carefully. There is no margin for error at this stage. November 1st. Witness protection for Flynn. I'll handle this part. November 2nd. Transfer orders for 1,200 agents are signed and sent. The personnel department will handle it. November 3rd. Night. Data deletion. I'll handle it, alone. November 4th. Routine archiving statement to the media. The press office will prepare this to make it more believable. November 5 to 10. Official closure of investigations. Insufficient evidence report for each file. This is important. Department heads will prepare it. November 10 to 30. New appointments. 47 names will be appointed to cabinet positions, announced one by one. The transition team will coordinate. It will have nothing to do with us. December. Congressional hearings begin. I will testify. I will deny everything. You will just remain silent. January to February. Media campaign. The partisan attack narrative. Witch hunt rhetoric will spread. We will have full support from conservative media. March and beyond. The scandal will be forgotten. By then, new scandals will emerge. Life will return to normal, and we will all be safe. Patel finished the plan, and he said, "This plan is perfect, but it will only work if we are all equally disciplined. No one will talk. No one will go to the media and talk. No one will have a guilty conscience. Understood? All together. Understood. Good. Then this meeting never happened. We never came here. We never saw each other. And this conversation never took place." And the meeting ended at 10:47 p.m. It had lasted exactly 3 hours and 47 minutes. Everyone left the meeting one by one. Patel was the last to leave. As he walked out the door, he glanced at the clock on the wall, and without suspecting anything, he got into his car and drove away. But that clock had recorded everything. 3 hours and 47 minutes. Every word, every plan, every confession. Now, let me tell you how that recording was leaked, because that's the most interesting part. The person who placed the recording device inside that clock was an FBI agent. Their name cannot be disclosed because they are still under whistleblower protection. This agent was part of the security team at that mansion. And 2 days before the meeting, under the pretext of a routine check, they placed the device inside the clock. On November 3rd, immediately after the data deletion process, he returned to the house and retrieved the device. He listened to the recording. He was shocked. And he immediately relayed it to other whistleblowers within the FBI. And if you still don't fully grasp how deep this story goes at this point, keep reading. Because the leak of the recording is just the beginning. The real explosion is what that recording did to Congress, the media, and the court. If you want to follow every stage of this massive operation, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That recording was first given to the House Intelligence Committee. Adam Schiff listened to it. Pramila Jayapal listened to it. Jamie Raskin listened to it. And they all said the same thing. This is the smoking gun. This is the evidence that will finish Patel. Then, the recording was leaked to the Washington Post. Not the full recording, of course, just 15-minute segments. The most explosive parts. And the Washington Post published it on January 5th, 2026. Headline: Patel tapes. FBI director admits cover-up in his own words. And the subheading: 3 hours and 47 minutes of secret recordings expose a systematic operation to obstruct justice. The world went crazy. Every news channel picked up certain parts of that recording. Every newspaper published the transcript. It went viral on every social media platform. Hashtag Patel tapes was the #1 trend worldwide. 5 million tweets in 24 hours. YouTube videos analyzing the recording got 50 million views. TikTok remixes of Patel's speech got 100 million views. And Kash Patel? Patel initially denied it. This recording is fake, he said. AI generated, he said. Deep fake, he said. However, when voice analysis experts examined it, they concluded it was 99.7% authentic. Yes, it was Patel's voice, Patel's speaking style, Patel's jargon. It was undeniable. Then Patel changed tactics. This recording is taken out of context, he said. It was a theoretical discussion, he said. It wasn't the actual plan. But the recording showed otherwise. In the recording, he clearly stated, "I will delete the data on the night of November 3rd. And indeed, the data was deleted on the night of November 3rd. All of this couldn't be a coincidence. Then Patel played his last card. This recording was obtained illegally, he said. It cannot be used in court. But the FBI whistleblower's lawyers were ready. The Whistleblower Protection Act, they said. Whistleblowers can legally record to document illegal activities. This is entirely legal. Patel was cornered. Every defense was dismantled. Every lie was exposed. And on January 8th, 2026, he resigned. But his resignation did not mean he escaped legal consequences. That 3-hour, 47-minute recording is now being used as evidence in 3 separate legal investigations. First, the Justice Department criminal investigation. Charges: obstruction of justice, destruction of evidence, conspiracy, perjury. Each carries a 5 to 10-year prison sentence. Second, the congressional impeachment inquiry. Even if Patel resigns, the impeachment process continues. Because impeachment is not only about removing someone from office, but also about barring them from future public office. Third, special counsel investigation. Because the recording contains the phrase, approval from the top, meaning there is a connection to the Oval Office, this requires an investigation at the presidential level. And those 47 names? They are also under investigation individually, because each of their names is mentioned in the recording. Plans are being made for how they will be protected. The role of each individual is being clarified. The FBI has questioned 12 people so far. 7 have hired lawyers. 3 are negotiating cooperation agreements. And 2 tried to flee the country but were stopped at the airport. This is just the beginning. Because every claim, every plan mentioned in that recording is being verified one by one. Every name is being tracked down individually. And now, the biggest question. How many of those 47 names will face charges? Who are the 11 people who attended that meeting? And where will the top-level approval detail lead? If you want to follow the answers to all these questions, don't forget to turn on notifications, because new developments, new arrests, and new revelations are coming every day. Patel's meeting is being called the biggest political scandal since Watergate in history. Because in Watergate, only one president fell. But here, an entire network is collapsing. The Oval Office, 47 names, 11 meeting participants, countless collaborators, and all because of a 3-hour, 47-minute recording. Sometimes history changes with a single mistake. Kash Patel's mistake, holding that meeting. Because at that meeting, he laid everything out in the open. The plan, the strategy, the collaborators, the protection, everything was there. And then another mistake on top of that, failing to check the security in that room. Because in that room, there was a recording device planted by an FBI agent. Small, inconspicuous, but recording everything. And thinking he would never be caught. And now, that recording is in the hands of the justice system. And justice is moving slowly but surely. Kash Patel's secret meeting was leaked. A 3-hour, 47-minute recording exposed the entire plan. 47 names are at risk. 11 people are under investigation. A presidential scandal is looming. And this is just the beginning. If you want to follow these kinds of massive exposés, political operations, and Washington's darkest secrets, subscribe to this channel and see you in the next video. Because 3 hours and 47 minutes ended a career, exposed a network, shook a system. And now, nothing can remain hidden. No plan is safe. No power is greater than justice. Kash Patel's secret meeting, 3 hours and 47 minutes. Every minute a confession, every word evidence, every silence guilt. And now it's all on record, in court, leaked, exposed, unforgettable.